Bro, I would say the way they do business, Iyo Sky's keeping the belt. I would say somebody over there loves Iyo Sky. I think Rhea Ripley did something that got her in the doghouse for a little bit, the way they've been booking her. I see them keeping that belt on Iyo Sky.
What is going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here with Vince Russo. And yes, we were singing Lunch Lady song from SNL right before we get here. That's the type of stuff that we do to hype ourselves up and to prep ourselves for these shows with you. So our green room conversations are always fun, and we just just decided to bring it right into the show today. So Vince Russo, how are you?
I'm all right, Doctor.
Doing well. Awesome. Wonderful, man. Let's talk about WrestleMania on the horizon. We got some matches for both nights. A few matches just were confirmed as of a couple of weeks ago. So let's run through them, man. Let's start off with Rey Mysterio, WWE Hall of Famer, against El Grande Americano. So before I get your take on this, and we've talked about this match before, but I want to put Rey Mysterio over because this is one of the things that you could tell that he's a WWE Hall of Famer and he earned it. He'd earned every single bit of being a WWE Hall of Famer. Why? Because he actually did something very smart and asked Adam Pearce, not for a match at Raw, not for a match at the other Raw. He said, WrestleMania. Let's just get that WrestleMania.
For the stars, bro.
Exactly.
Shoot for the stars, man. You heard that. Shoot for the stars.
Yeah, I thought that was a brilliant idea. That was one of those grizzled veteran, idea thoughts that he had. Like, you know what, all these J-Bros over here asking for matches for the same night.
Yeah.
Why don't I just get the big WrestleMania paycheck, man? And
Absolutely.
So, hey, kudos to Rey Mysterio for that, man. What do you think is going to be the outcome of this match, Vince?
That's a good question, bro, because, come on, let's face it. They're not going to do anything with Gable. And it is WrestleMania. If it's me, I'm putting Rey over at WrestleMania. I mean, it is WrestleMania. They during the year, they beat Rey Mysterio to death. What are they really going to do with El Grande Americano? I'm putting Rey over because it's WrestleMania.
Yeah, and it makes me think like them just giving Rey a spot in all this. You know what I mean? Like
You know what
I mean?
Oh yeah.
They just want, because last year was a tag match he was in. It was wasn't it Dominic and. He tagged with Andrade, I think it was.
Bro, I don't know how.
I think Rey Mysterio teamed with Andrade because it was supposed to be Dragon Lee, and I think that's when Andrade came back. And then we're gonna see it was tag match. I think it was Dom and Santos Escobar, maybe. I think it was like it was another Rey and Dom match. They had the singles match a couple years before, so they're just like giving Rey spots on WrestleMania just for the sake of it. And okay, kudos to Chad Gable, man. Someone was asking me a question in one of my Q&A sessions, and they were like, "Man, Chad Gable, he must be upset that there's another." Opportunity for him not to be at WrestleMania. He's been busting his butt all year. I'm like, I don't think he really cares about that. I mean, like you have all those people who are backstage, and basically they're like, "Hey, Chad, we want you to have a singles match at WrestleMania against the WWE Hall of Famer. But you got to be under a hood." It's not like Chad Gable's like, "Oh no way! Why in the world would you?"
He could care less.
Yeah, he couldn't care less than that, man. So kudos to Chad Gable for that too. So I agree with you. I think Rey Mysterio is going to go over this one. Just a feel good match for Rey Mysterio. Yeah. Let's go. Iyo Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Who do you got with this one, man?
Bro, I got it, man. It's so hard to predict them because their rules are not my rules. They're in love with Iyo Sky,
Yeah.
bro. I would say the way they do business, Iyo Sky's keeping the belt. I would say somebody over there loves Iyo Sky. I think Rhea Ripley did something that got her in the doghouse for a little bit. The way they've been booking her, I see them keeping that belt on Iyo Sky.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. The only thing that could throw a wrench in that is they're trying to keep this streak going with Bianca Belair singles matches, undefeated streak. So perhaps if they do something with that, but other than that, I'm with you, man. I think Iyo Sky is going to take it too. I mean, what was it about it? If you can think, I know this is pretty difficult to do, but if you can think at all, like any of what the creative may think right now and backstage, what is it about? If you can take a day in their shoes, what is it about Iyo Sky, in your opinion, that you think that may cause some interest with them?
Two things, bro. They think she's a great worker, and the marks are with her. That's it. Period. That's it. That's the recipe for success. The marks are cheering for you, and you're a good little worker. That's all you need, man.
Yep. And I think that it definitely seems as if she's going to win, and then the fans are going to cheer her, and then they're going to count that as a win, right? Like the creative and backstage.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
And you know, it's funny because they think they're giving the fans what they want. No, you're giving the marks what they want. The fans are not watching the show.
Precisely.
You're giving the marks what they want.
Yeah, I think the WrestleMania crowd is a better focus group than, the weekly crowd, right? Because people
I would hope so. I would hope.
Yeah. I mean, people just want to see the spectacle of WrestleMania. Yeah. There's a lot of people who don't really follow, the show throughout the year, but they just want to come, especially it's in Vegas, you know what I mean? So I mean, if they're the focus group and you've got a bunch of casual fans there, what is it about Iyo Sky, other than she does a couple of moonsaults, that would appeal to a casual fan?
Nothing. A casual fan would want Rhea Ripley to go over on the visual alone. Yeah. Just on the visual. She's a freak. Nobody looks like her. That's who they would want to go over on the visual alone.
Agreed. Yeah. I think Bianca has a good argument with that too, just because she, looks like a freak of nature too, as far as just aesthetically. But I mean, Iyo Sky, I think Iyo Sky being in the ring with both of them, two freaks of nature, and winning the match.
Right. She would literally be my third choice. I mean, as a shoot, she would literally be my third choice.
And how does that look like from a bigger lens, that, Iyo Sky, who's been pie-faced every week, is able to beat, two of the most impressive and intimidating looking women on the roster? How does that look like from more than just a marks perspective?
I don't know, bro. To me, it's unbelievable. They're gonna have to do something kabuki-ish where Naomi is gonna have to eliminate Bianca some way. It's gonna have to be something kabuki-ish like that.
Yeah, even if Naomi isn't involved, I can see banana peel finish with this. Yeah, somehow something happens. Bianca Belair gets Rhea Ripley in the finish, and then Iyo Sky does some type of crucifix pin or something like that, and just slides out of there and celebrates on the aisle. So it's one of those like we'll both reach for her because we slipped on the banana peel. Now we're trying to get back up, and I can see that type of finish is probably going to happen. I don't see a clean finish. The only way I can see possibly a clean finish is if one is pinning the other, and then Iyo Sky does a moonsault to break the pin and then pins that way. That's the only thing I can see.